Hello Internet, welcome to the Knowledge Realm. The April 2024 solar eclipse is almost here and I am psyched. When looking over the details of the event, it got me thinking, what if I create a video on other cool crazy events that could be seen on a regular old day? So here are 15 odd phenomenons you might see in the sky. Number 1. Dirty thunderstorms. In 2016, for example, the volcano Sakurajima in Japan erupted. If lava wasn't bad enough, a dirty thunderstorm, also known as volcano lightning, occurred. While scientists don't entirely understand it, this storm is where ash shoots up in the sky, colliding and picking up extra friction. In turn, creates static electricity, then lightning, and then cool pictures we can witness on the internet. Number 2. White rainbows. Ever seen a white rainbow on a foggy day? Like you think the day might already be miserable and now the rainbow has lost all its colors? Well, these odd events are also called fog bows, occurring when fog and sunlight mix. Some places even call these colorless clouds ghost bows. Either way, they are really cool to see. Number 3. Storm supercells. For thunderstorms, supercells are the least likely to show up, and thank goodness for that. While these cloud formations are stunning and impressive with their massive shapes, they're filled with future bad weather. Tornadoes, strong rain, damaging wind, and large hail are all a few examples. The supercells are rotating updrafts and can last for several hours. Number 4. Polar stratospheric clouds. Polar stratospheric clouds are gorgeous if given the chance to see one in person. Described as a rare sight, rainbow colors painted within 2 hours of sunrise or sunset. To see one, the weather has to be cold, very cold, and the altitude high. These colors happen when tiny ice crystals refract the light. I hope that one day I can witness this. Number 5. All 8 planets aligning. This event is so rare that scientists have determined that it hasn't happened yet and probably never will. However, hope isn't all lost. Rather, as predicted for May 6, 2492, all 8 planets will appear in the same 180-degree wide section of the sky. Number 6. Green sunset flash. Like I always say, Jack Sparrow never lies to us. At sunrise or sunset, when the sun is almost entirely below the horizon, a green light may flash. Don't worry, these aren't pirates or the end of the world, but it is instead an optical phenomenon. For just a second, the sun's bright colors turn green, flash, and then disappear below the horizon. Super cool. Number 7. Super blue moons. If anyone has seen the 2011 movie The Smurfs, they might be familiar with a blue moon. Well, besides the sayings and the stories and rhymes and stuff. And with the Smurfs, maybe not, because despite its name, the moon doesn't actually turn blue. And that only happens when volcanic ash in the sky filters the moon into more of a blue, which is a different story altogether. A blue moon is when either 2 moons happen in the same month, or a third full moon of a 4 full moon season. But a super blue moon? That means it's the closest the moon ever comes to Earth. A super blue moon is so rare that the next one won't happen again until 2037. The last one happened in August 2023. Number 8. Halley's Comet. Halley's Comet is probably the most well-known comet. It is the only known short-period comet that can be seen to the naked eye for people on Earth, and it has a habit of only returning every 75 to 79 years. For those who are wondering when it last appeared, it took a trip to Earth in 1986. So, if I did my math correct, it shall return in 2061. Not only do people today anticipate Halley's return, but people have been watching Halley since the 1600s at least. When you see Halley's Comet in the sky, and you're sure not to miss it, its beautiful, colorful tail will definitely give you a story to tell the grandkids. Number 9. Asperatus Clouds. Usually the Asperatus Clouds are called chaotic, as they come from the Latin word meaning harshness, and resemble a wavy pattern, as if you're underwater in the ocean. If you see this type of cloud, you are lucky. Take a photo because they only happen once in a while. In fact, they were only recently discovered and labeled as a new type of cloud. And like other clouds mentioned in this video, Asperatus Clouds usually trail along with storms. So once you take the photo, you probably should get out of there. Number 10. SpaceX Spirals. With the advancement of SpaceX, not only are new goals being accomplished, but also new aerial phenomenons being created. Occasionally, from the frozen fuel of one of the rockets, these spiral lights appear, stunning spectators. At first, it confused a lot of people, such as in Hawaii, but now we know what they are. And in the future, they're expected to become much more common. Number 11. Lunar Eclipse. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lunar eclipse isn't that rare. We've seen it before. Yes, but I have exciting news. On July 26, 2029, only 5 years away, will the darkest lunar eclipse of the century take place. That means the moon will be super close to the center of the shadow, and will last for about an hour and 42 minutes. Mark your calendar, you guys. Number 12. Lunar Rainbows. Rainbows at night? Yep, apparently that's possible. Lunar rainbows, or moonbows, form just like rainbows do, but with light from the moon. To have enough juice to create this sight, the moon must also be full, Plus, there must be enough moisture in the air, though it still might be hard to see with the night. It's even possible for a double lunar rainbow to occur. Number 13. Steve. And no, we don't mean Steve Martin in planes, trains, and automobiles. Steve was discovered by a citizen scientist and named Strong Thermal Emission Velocity Enhancement, which, spells out Steve. This sky anomaly is a purplish-pink ribbon of light, or hot gas, usually caused by solar flares. It's very similar to the northern lights in both appearance and formation, but usually it's just a single line in the sky. Plus, it has the coolest name of this list. Number 14. Cumulonimbus Clouds, also called Anvil Clouds. This odd event is where the top draft hits tropopads later in the sky. With nowhere else to go, the top of the cloud flattens, like hitting a ceiling. Why does it happen in the first place? Well, a thunderstorm is in its mature stage then, and the larger the cloud, the harder the storm to come. Number 15. Mamus Clouds. Go ahead, call me a cloud nerd. I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed at these weird formations of clouds. And that brings us to the Mamus Clouds, which look a lot like bubble wrap. When cold air sinks, it is then carried into warm air, creating pouch shapes. Usually, Mamus Clouds appear with a thunderstorm. Actually, you can probably guess with these previous ones on the list. Still, these designs can be pretty stunning, even trapping color, like yellow. Honestly, I can make a whole video on amazing cloud shapes. Comment below what weird things you've seen in the sky.